Cemtv. Reliable news and entertainment.
Thanks for staying tuned. Now to the rest of the news stories. And on health this afternoon, Minister of Power Cemtv has called on local and international investors to embrace sustainable financing models to provide electricity for Nigeria's health facilities. The Deputy Director of Press and Public Relations, Ministry of Power, Clement Ezeora, made this in a statement in Abuja on Tuesday, 16 June 2026, noting that Mr. Tegbe made the call while speaking at the National Healthcare Electrification Investor Matchmaking Forum. He noted that the forum has held in Lagos under the Nigeria Power for Health initiative. Joseph said that the forum was convened by the Health Ministry in collaboration with the UK Pact and hosted by Isiaq Salako. The Deputy Minister of Health, Mr. Ezeora, further stated that the forum brought together representatives of federal and state governments, chief medical directors, development partners, and private sector leaders. Mr. Tegbe described the power sector as one of the most compelling investments of the African continent. He commended the ministry for convening the forum, noting that reliable electricity is not merely an infrastructure requirement but a fundamental pillar of healthcare delivery. According to him, the objective of the NAMPE align with the ongoing power sector reform and the President Bola Tinubu renewed hope agenda. Agriculture from July 1st, 2026, the office of the Vice President of Nigeria, Kashim Shettima Mustafa, and the NDDC will host an agri summit at the banquet hall of the Presidential Villa, Aso Rock, Abuja. In preparation for the summit, the NDDC Managing Director paid a visit to the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, to discuss the detail of the event. Shettima NDDC event is designed to formally launch the Niger Delta Agricultural Development and Investment Fund, establish a coordinating platform for agricultural development and investment, and define a demand-side strategy to generate a credible pipeline of investable agricultural opportunities. The summit will mobilize a collective commitment of government, investors, development partners, and the private sector to transform the Niger Delta's agricultural potential into measurable economic progress. It commenced with regional workshop convened by the NDDC last year with support from the Niger Delta state governors, who delegated their state commissioners, permanent secretaries, and directors of agriculture to attend. Following the successful workshop, Dr. Samuel Ogbuku, who is the NDDC Managing Director, met with the Vice President to review the state of agricultural development in Niger Delta and also plan its agricultural development and investment summit, which is titled directly to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu Agarman program under the Renewed Hope agenda. And on sport news, Scottish Premiership side Aberdeen Football Club have completed the permanent signing of Nigerian eligible striker Toyosi Olusanya on a 2-year contract following a successful temporary move after club. The 28-year-old joined Aberdeen as a free agent after the expiration of his contract with Houston Dynamo. Olusanya spent the second half of last season temporarily with the Dons, making 18 appearances in all competition and contribute 3 goal involvement as a club secure a strong finish to the team season. The London-born forward expressed his delight at returning to Portodra on a permanent basis, highlighting the support he received from the club staff, players, and supporters during his initial stint. Having joined midway through last season while working his way back to full fitness, the striker believes a full preseason will help him make an even greater impact in The upcoming campaign, Olusanya becomes Aberdeen's fifth signing of the summer transfer window, joining Alexander Bruder, Lewis Mayer, Brad Lyons, and Dan Habb, as the Scottish side continues to strengthen its squad ahead of the 2026-2027 season. He is expected to link up with the Aberdeen squad later this week as preparations for the new season gather pace. News. German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier on Tuesday, 16 June 2026, and the Philippines on a state visit said that Europe is worried over tensions and the disputed South China Sea, where a major eruption could endanger freedom of navigation. In a joint appearance with the President of the Philippines, Ferdinand Marcos Jr. in Manila, the German president referenced the blockade of the Hormuz as a result of the Iran war and said European leaders were concerned about continuing territorial confrontations in the South China Sea, particularly between the Philippines and China. The United States lays no claim to the South China Sea but has repeatedly warned the nation China to help defend the Philippines, which its oldest treaty ally in Asia, if Filipino forces, ships, and aircraft come under armed attack. China has repeatedly warned the U.S. not to meddle with the dispute, which also involved Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Taiwan. Closure of the Strait of Hormuz, which led to global spikes in the fuel and fertilizer prices, was among the issues Steinmeier and Marcos discussed in a closed-door meeting. And that's Cemtv News at the hour of 12. Let us go over the headlines and the following. Court of Appeal has suspended enforcement of High Court ruling directing the Independent National Electoral Commission to deregister 5 political parties. Dangote Petroleum Refinery has slashed price of petrol to 1,175 naira. Shun drug abuse and cultism, NDDC warns student. Minister of Power has called on local and international investors to embrace sustainable financing models to provide electricity for Nigeria's health facilities. Officers of the Vice President of the Nigeria, in collaboration with the NDC, set to host Agric Summit. And that will be all for now. Do ensure to follow us via our social media handle at Cemtv Plus across X, Facebook, and Threads, and Instagram. Cemtv News, truth first, UNES. Stay informed to stay empowered. I thank you for listening. I am Bariswa Christian Wigwa. Good afternoon.